In the winter of 2020 in Portland, Oregon, I watched a female Anna's hummingbird every day from when she began building a nest in late February until her chick left the nest in early April. I started filming her on February 25th, the day she started sitting on her nest, which I figured was the day she had finally laid an egg. But even though she had started sitting on the nest, it was clear that she still had a lot of work to do because she continued to add material to her nest and to mold it to her body by pressing against the sides of the nest. Once only found south of the Bay Area, Anna's hummingbirds have dramatically expanded their breeding range on the West Coast over the past half-century. They were first recorded breeding in Oregon in the mid-1980s, and they are now found as far north as British Columbia and Alaska. This is especially remarkable because these tiny birds nest early in the year as a way to avoid competition from other hummingbirds and to take advantage of insects and early blooming flowers. But nesting early is a very risky strategy because there are still a lot of cold storms in March, and on any given day the weather can shift quickly from full sunshine to pouring rain to hail and fierce winds. The female I watched had to face both really hard days and days of brilliant sunshine. March 18th was an especially eventful day, changing rapidly from wind to rain and then to sun. But the best was yet to come, because this was the day that her egg hatched and she started feeding her chick. It took about a week for the chick to grow large enough that I could see it over the rim of the nest as it began fidgeting and moving around. At this point, its eyes were still closed, so the mother sometimes had to poke the chick with her bill to wake it up for feeding times. Hummingbirds need to drink 1.5 times their body weight in nectar every day, which means drinking from 1,000 to 2,000 flowers. So imagine how hard it is for a female when she's raising a growing chick when it's still raining or even snowing. By March 31st, the chick had grown substantially and become very active, with almost constant stretching, preening, pooping, and eating. by April 4th, the chick had become large enough that things were getting a little awkward at the nest. On April 5th, the chick started sitting on the rim of the nest so it had more room to exercise its growing wings. Getting out of the nest to stretch its wings also meant that the chick became more interested in the world around it, watching petals fall from a nearby fruit tree and tasting the surfaces of leaves around the nest. By the next day, the chick's wings had grown strong enough that it had a hard time staying in the nest. And then, on April 9th, the chick finally left the nest and moved to a nearby branch where it surveyed its new world. But almost immediately, it moved into higher branches and left the nest behind for good.